My name is Nabila Fiska with NIM 1221111333102. I'm from English class ID 4, Studi Program of Bahasa dan Sastra Indonesia, Erlangga University. Zero waste. The first zero waste alarm to help create a greener world. I will convey about the zero waste movement. As cited by David Orr, when we hail the earth, we hail ourselves. Then it can be concluded that the way to make our earth healthy start little by little with our work. Before starting the explanation, let's view the video.
This is just 3 days worth of trash, most coming from New York City. And that claw is taking it to be burned into electricity. But we're not actually in New York City. We're in Jersey.
Once the garbage man comes and picks it up, you don't think any more about it. But it has a long way to go after that.
None of New Yorkers' waste is processed in the city. Instead, it ends up as far away as Ohio, Pennsylvania, and even South Carolina. So getting trash from here to here takes thousands of workers, trucks, trains, cranes, and even barges, operating nonstop to ship waste across the East Coast.
Rain, snow, hail, storm, there's no stopping us.
And it all costs the city hundreds of millions. Here's what actually happens to New York City's 3.2 million tons of trash a year. New York City's Department of Sanitation sends its fleet of 2,000 garbage trucks to start picking up at 5 a.m.
You have to keep active. Some guys like to work out, some guys don't. Basically, it depends on you.
What do you do?
Me, I don't work out. This is my workout. This is my daily workout.
That's Frank, a 23-year veteran sanitation worker.
Well, you get immune to the smell. You don't smell garbage, you smell money. Checking to see how solid it is. You can tell when the truck is full.
Frank heads to the dump station in the Upper East Side. By then, the sun's coming up.
We are currently at 91st Street MTS. Doors will open as the truck comes in, and there's radiation detectors that will read the truck.
Trucks pause at the weigh station to help the city keep track of how much trash New Yorkers produce. Then handles tilt the hopper.
Then she'll push the blade, and the blade will push the material all the way out to clear the whole truck. It's roughly 450 to 600 tons a day.
Tractors move the trash into the containers beneath the ground.
It's sort of a dance. One FDL will clear the wall, and one FDL will load containers. Getting the material containerized as quickly as possible and sealed keeps that smell down.
A stamper then packs in the garbage. Mattresses are used like a sponge to sop up anything left over.
When we have garbage on the floor, it'll take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to load a container.
Once the Department of Sanitation seals a container and slides it out to the dock, responsibility then goes to Covanta.
What is zero waste? Zero waste is a philosophy that encourages the redesign of resource life cycle so that all products are reused. No trash is sent to landfill and incinerators. The process recommended is one similar to the way that resources are reused in nature. There are 3 objectives. Number 1, to see a reduction in the amount of waste. In tons sent to landfill, target is 66% resource recovery rate by 2014. Number 2, encourage people to avoid waste and to reuse and recycle more. Number 3, awareness on environmental waste issues and behavior change on those issues. There is 5 target audience. Number 1, community. Number 2, student. Number 3, government. Number 4, industrial owner. Number 5, laborer. step in zero waste. There is 5 steps in zero waste. Number 1, reduce. Number 2, reuse. Number 3, recycle. Number 4, recovery. Number 5, landfill. Number 1, reduce, lowering the amount of waste produced. Number 2, reuse, using material repeatedly. Number 3, recycle, using materials to make new products. Number 5, recovery, recovering energy from waste. Number 5, landfill, safe disposal of waste to landfill. Avoiding waste clearly is the optimum strategy for reducing environmental impact and cost. We seek to avoid sharing the loss of product due to the error that our product tend to make. In our stores, with methods such as improved ordering. To avoid waste, we apply creativity and innovation to figure out new ways to keep products from becoming waste. Number 2, reducing waste means thinking creatively about ways to minimize the waste we produce. For example, Delhaize, Belgium is working on a pilot program to provide silage dry food. Fresh foods there are about to reach their sell-by dates, and frozen hit daily to groups that will distribute them to the needy on the same day. Reusing items that will otherwise become waste requires stringent attention to food safety, as well as the foresight to envision other uses for that have typically been thrown away. For example, Delhaize Belgium reuse plastic crates in its distribution contrast rather than using disposable containers. Number 5, recycling is well established across the group. Our operating companies have run recycling programs for years. Beyond cardboard recycling, we also recycle plastic, paper, wood, metal, and other material where possible. Number 5, landfill are only used when all other possibilities have been exhausted. Garbage is buried at these waste disposal sites. However, landfill produce hazardous emissions and contribute to climate change. Zero waste plan 17% target of 17% recycling and 15 to landfill by 2025 for all waste. 18% landfill bans for specific waste types. 19% scour segregation and separate collection of specific waste types. 100% restrictions on input to energy from waste facilities. When we help to Earth, we help ourselves. Thank you and bye-bye.
Hello, I am the Earth. Yup, the very planet you live on. There are 3 words which start with the letter R, which I love. They are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Do you know why I love them so much? Because they are almost magical words. They can make all living things, as well as myself, be happier. I said that they are almost magical because without your help, it won't work. They need all of you children in order to do the trick. Each and every one of you are the real 3 R's magicians, those 3 words which can change the world. Do you want to know how? Yes? Well, let's find out. The first R is for reduce. If you think about it, there are many things you don't need. When you go to the supermarket, I'm sure you can take your own canvas bags instead of using disposable ones given to you. Like that, you will be reducing the amount of plastic, which is very contaminating. And I'm sure that you don't need to print out so many documents or photos, nor leave lights, television, or computers on when you're not using them. If you remember this, you'll be reducing the amount of paper being used as well as energy, and in turn will be helping to reduce the contamination. And these are just a few examples. I am sure you can think of many more different ways to reduce what you are using or creating unnecessary waste. The following question will help you with this task. Do I really need this, or is this just a whim? The second R is for recycling. Now, it is easier than ever to recycle things we don't need anymore so that they can be reused. Near your home, you can find places like the recycling station and containers for cans, plastic, paper, or organic waste. They each have specific colors to make it easier to identify. By using them, you will avoid contaminating nature, the rivers and seas, as well as the atmosphere, which is the air we breathe. And finally, we have the third R, which refers to reuse. How many things do you think we can reuse again and again instead of throwing them away? Let's see. A piece of paper that has only one side printed on, a carton box, a plastic bottle. You think now. With just a little bit of imagination, I'm sure you can come up with many more exciting and fun new uses for them. And remember, if you apply the 3 R's rule, you will make me a much cleaner planet with less contamination and where we can all enjoy a better life. Because, as you know, children can make the world of difference.